Hi, my name is John Haley, and I'm going to explain to you guys how to make a burger on the grill. I grill a lot. I try to grill chicken, beef, um, sometimes fish, but fish is kind of expensive depending on what you get. Normal burgers, what I get, you get like the frozen patties, and they have different grades of fat in them, and you can kind of choose what you like there. But number one, you got to choose your product at the store. You got to buy it. Um, Sometimes you can get a pre-seasoned mix, but I tend to stay away from that because if there's too much salt in it or something, it's really hard to take that out. So I season it myself. I use two main salts or seasonings. One is sea salt, the other is peppercorn. And if you grind those two on there, you pretty much have all the flavor you need. You can add other things too. I mean, they make burger seasonings and whatnot that you can get from the store or online. But that's really all I use. I just use those two. Sometimes I'll use garlic and onion powder in that as well, make it four seasonings. But really, you just need salt and pepper. And from there, you get your grill ready. And the way you do that is you have to have a propane tank underneath or whatever fuel system you use. There's different types. I mean, there's charcoal grills, gas grills, or if you have a nice wood smoker, there's a lot of new wood smokers on the market now that are pretty affordable, and you get different flavored chips. Like the wood chips, the smoke will bring out more flavor in the meat. I've seen barbecue chips, cinnamon chips, apple chips like redwood apple. They're all good, but I have a propane grill, so that's secured in the bottom of the grill. You have to go to the safety valve and open that up to allow gas access to the grill. And then depending on how many burgers you're gonna do, I normally just do two at a time because really you don't want to use the gas for one burger because that's kind of like a waste. You might as well just use the stove. But you know, if you're at least doing two, then you can just save one for later, give one to someone else, or make a double stack. But so you from there, once you open it up, you have to determine how many grates you want to use. Mine has four valves, four grates. And I've cooked a dozen before, so for that instance of that many burgers, you would turn on all four to the gas level that you want. Typically, I try to go for around 400 degrees, so I'll turn them on halfway, ignite it, and that's before I've seasoned the meat. You want to do that, get your grill ready, and then so the temperature can rise to what you want. Mine has a temperature gauge on it to show you what temp it's at. So you turn it on, then you season your meat, salt, pepper, whatever you want. And then third step is throw them on. And you want to have your timer ready because once you turn them on, you want to set your timer. Typically, I just do 5 minutes on each side, depending on how many grills I got or how well done I want it to be, which normally I go for around medium well, but everyone has their preferences. So from there, you would, I like to open it once or twice while it's going to monitor how it's cooking, and then you can flip it. Definitely can't use a plastic spatula because it would melt because of the flames. You can get a wooden one. I've seen wooden ones, but those get kind of dirty. I have a metal one that really gets in there, and you can also use it to cut meat and whatnot, make incisions in it to see how well done the incisors is. And then when you can flip it halfway through 5 minute mark, it's pretty much what I do. And then as it approaches the last 5 minutes, halfway through that, you kind of just want to final check on how it's doing, and then last 30 seconds, you can throw your cheese on there and then close the grill, and that will allow it to melt onto the burger to give you that cool, cheeseburger look. No one just likes a cold piece of cheese on the top. So from there, you pretty much turn it off, take your meat off. You don't want it to burn because it'll get dry and the flavor will be taken out. You ultimately want a juicy burger. Then I add the toast you just throw it straight onto the grill. You can put a little butter on it, but I think if you have a good enough meat and it's juicy enough, you don't really want a butter bun, especially if you're gonna do like fries or something with it, like greasy, like or onion rings or something like that. So you can just throw it straight on there. The juice from the burger will if you throw it right on where the burger is, where it'll seep into the bread, giving it like a nice caramelization on the bottom. And then take those off too, put them all together. You're pretty much set. I mean, you can do anything from pickles, lettuce, onion, tomato, bacon, bacon jam, anything like that. You could throw in there as a last step, an optional step if you'd like. And then you have to turn off the grill, make sure you close the safety valve after it's not too hot to touch anymore. And then you're pretty much done, and that's how you make a burger.